KellyRae nominated me twice. Do they expect me to be happy about Double K? I don't give a fuck about Double K at all because excuse my language, but.
Hello, Shaun. Welcome to the Out Syd by Pauls.
Hi, happy to be here.
How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I feel good. I'm a bit tired, but other than that, I feel good.
So you were evicted, obviously. How do you feel about your eviction and why do you think you were evicted?
I felt I was going to be evicted that week anyways. Not sure why, but I just had a gut feeling. And that was probably one of my hardest weeks in the house as well. How do I feel for being evicted? So part of the game. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's not necessarily about winning in the house, it's about winning outside the house.
Let's talk about Shatoria. Your relationship with Victoria didn't start well when you came in as a pair. Why was that?
I think she was adjusting to the house. We had a little bit of arguments beforehand, but she was adjusting to the house. Kind of took me by surprise. And obviously it's a new environment for me as well. So I had to put on my big boy boots and do what I need to do and make us survive. Do you know what I mean? So we ended up doing that. She's still in there. I lasted week 8, so I must have done something right.
There were assumptions that you didn't allow her to have a say in decisions when you both were still a pair. Is this true?
Yeah, every decision we made, we actually spoke about it. Maybe it wasn't shown. I'm sure they probably portrayed me as the villain. I already knew that would probably be the narrative anyways, But I was fine with that as long as we stayed in. I didn't mind being the villain to last long in the game. But we spoke about every decision. I think there was one time I picked Wani and Handy as my guests for the HOH, and I think I said I instead of we. The only reason why I probably said I was because I literally see Wani and Handy like mine, almost in a sense. I'm not trying to be possessive, but it was just, that's kind of how I felt. But we definitely even spoke about that in the end. We spoke about everything we make as a pair.
How do you feel about leaving the show before her?
Mixed feelings, really. Because I think she, even when she comes out, she said to me in the house that she thinks she will leave before me. Because obviously they had more things going on in the house than she did, But sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles,
Going into the show, did you have some sort of agreement with Victoria on how the prize money will be split should one of you win? And do you think she'll stick to that if she wins?
Oh no, I specifically told her, I said, it's okay, I'm happy for her if she wins. I said if she wins, she should keep all the prize money. Whoever wins in the end would deserve it. So I don't particularly want any money from the prize, even though I know I would have contributed to her lasting this long and she's contributed to me lasting this long. I think whoever wins in the end, it's fine, I have no issues with that. So we never spoke about splitting the prize money. We've always joked oh yeah, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, but I actually don't expect nothing from her. If she wins, then, I'm happy for her.
Let's talk a little bit about your relationship with Wani. It was beautiful to watch, but it also had some challenges, which often made Wani complain that you are self-centered. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think she explained about the self-centered comments or being selfish. She was talking more about I kind of withdraw my, let's just call it love or whatever, when I feel disrespected. I can go cold. And she thought that was me being selfish because when we have arguments, she'll still do the normal things that she does for me. But for me, that's kind of how I protect myself. Not necessarily the best way, but that's how I use to protect my own heart. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not perfect. I was happy that I showed those sides, the good and the bad, so people can see that I'm a flawed individual like everybody else.
Still on your relationship with Wani, will you continue the relationship after the show?
Yeah, we've spoken about this a lot. We said there's no pressure, really. Even on the inside, I think Eviction mentioned one time about, I think she said she was my girlfriend in the house or whatever. It was cool. She wasn't even expecting me. She even thought I was going to come out and just, spread my wings and fly or whatever. But I said, let's just see how it goes. There's no pressure. She knows there's no pressure on her end, there's no pressure on my end. We're just gonna try and like enjoy each other's company, and then it will naturally progress, like how we naturally progressed in the house.
You had a really nice friendship with Onyeka, which left fans speculating that there was more to your relationship. Can you tell us if this was just friendship or there was actually more to your relationship?
Yeah, there wasn't more to any relationship with any girl in there, apart from Wani, to be honest. Any other girl who thought that it was more to the relationship, then sorry to them.
A lot of fans have the notion that you are proud. What is your response to that?
I think it's fair. I think there's nothing wrong with fans thinking that I'm proud. Maybe they think I'm arrogant. Maybe they think I'm disrespectful or whatever. It's not necessarily that. I think when I have a monotone voice, it doesn't help. I'm not like the most animated person, but I'm also like have a lot of belief in myself. And if I don't believe in myself, who's gonna believe in me? If I don't big up myself, who's gonna big me up? You know, so maybe sometimes it might come across as arrogant or whatever. I think if I was 4'8" and maybe not the best looking, and maybe not the nicest package, and I still had the same personality, I probably wouldn't get the same response from the fans. I think people probably pity me a lot more than they do. I think maybe people are maybe looking at me on the outside and projecting their own personal views on me, which is also fine. I'm welcome to all sorts of, criticism.
Let's quickly talk about Nelly. What was your relationship with her like?
Nelly, I thought Nelly was cool. At the beginning, I think that was one of the first people I spoke to. She was cool. I didn't really have any personal issues with her. I heard she said some things. I haven't really delved into it, so I'm sure when I sit down, I'll probably look and see what she said. But to my face, she was fine. Maybe she said stuff in private. My opinion on her could change, but for now, she was cool, as far as I know.
During one of the live shows, Ebuka revealed the conversation you had with Wani about Nelly's body. And after that, Nelly refused to have a conversation with you about it. How did that make you feel?
So maybe they didn't show it, but after we had that conversation, directly after, I pulled Nelly for a conversation, and she actually talked to me about it, and she told me that her bum was real. I said, oh, okay, cool. Like, maybe my bad. Because I thought I was like a professional at telling these things, So maybe my expertise is a little bit flawed. So she told me that her bum was real. I said, fair enough, said it runs in the family. I said, cool, no problem. Maybe it's my bad for even speaking up and making a comment. I even asked her, I said, would you rather I come and ask you to your face than maybe like pillow talk with my girl? She was like, yeah, you should have just asked me. I said, oh, okay, cool, my bad. I didn't know. I thought for those type of things, it can be a sensitive topic. Why just come to me and be like, oh yeah, is your bum real? I'll not really be my place, so. But she told me her bum's real, and I'm just taking her word for it. I'm not her bum, so only her can confirm with the night when she comes out.
You must have heard that Double K is married. What do you think about their strategy?
I have mixed feelings about it because, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm playing the game a little bit different, but yeah, I'm guessing it's working. On the outside, I'm hearing that, they're doing well or whatever. I don't know. I don't understand how on God's green earth they're doing so well. I don't get it. So whoever is voting for them, they'll be happy when they come out. I don't really know why, because on the inside, they don't do much. So I'm trying to understand what people are voting for. But obviously, I'm not the people or the persons voting. Is the strategy good? Yeah, because it's working. Is this something I'll do? No. But the only reason why I don't like it is because people on the inside don't know that he's married. So that's also toying with people's brands. Do you know what I mean? If girls start trying to get with KellyRae or whatever the case is, that's going to affect their brand because he's not being truthful about his situation. So he'll be fine, but the women who may try and like him or talk to him or whatever will be affected because he's lying for the game. But everybody has their strategy in it, and it's working, so kudos to them.
Finally, what were your highlights and lowlights during your stay in the house?
My lowlights was probably Monday when I got the strike and all that stuff happening. Lowlights probably the first 2 weeks as well. I think I struggled the first 2 weeks. I knew I was going to be the villain, but, you know, it is what it is. Highlights. Also, winning Super Commando with Victoria was a big highlight as well. Obviously, meeting Wani, Handy, being super close friends with both of them was highlights as well. Also, winning my last sponsored task before I left was a big highlight for me because it was around football, so I was pleased with that.
Okay, now let's have a little bit of fun. There are some questions in the basket, and the goal is to answer as many questions as you can in 30 seconds. Are you ready?
I'll just pick anyone and answer.
Yeah. So your time starts now.
What is the tallest animal in the world? Probably a giraffe, isn't it? Which river is considered the longest river now? What is the freezing point of water in degrees Celsius? -1. What is the only bird that can fly backwards? I don't know. How many days are in a leap year? I don't know. What natural...
And your time is up. So now we move to the segment called the Fan Zone. We have some questions and comments from your fans. @_Omolola Silva on Instagram asked, was he trying to play Shegs' game?
I should answer the question. Not really. Funny enough, like me and Shegs are, I don't know if people know, but we're best mates. And from young, we've had literally the same, it's just been coincidental. We had the same path in life. We both went to school in Nigeria for a few years. We were both the best in football in our years in different schools. So that's how we actually knew about each other, because people used to speak about, Shaun and Shegs. Then we went to England. I was playing football. He was playing football. We still progressed. That's when we started being friends. So since then, we've been close. He's done some sorts of modeling. I've done modeling. You know, we just have similar talents, you know, and we've never really competed. So I don't even think you can play someone else's game unless you've done, you know, the work. I can't fake playing football and be like, I'm going to come in here and try and play like Shegs. Like, I think the evidence is there for the things I've done, you know.
Lady Lord Veronique on Facebook says, why is he so cute?
It's God and my parents. You know, I can't blame anybody else or thank anyone else but God and my parents.
@Iam_King Joyce asked, what do you have against Double K?
I don't have anything personal again. I mean, apart from KellyRae nominated me twice. Do they expect me to be happy about Double K? I don't give a fuck about Double K at all, because excuse my language, but they nominated me twice. I'm not going to be pleased about it.
Wamba Oyeye on Facebook is asking, please tell us your real relationship with Victoria.
Yeah, she's my friend. I don't know what relationship people want to hear, but she's just my friend. There's no romantic thing involved. There's never really been involved romantically, but she's my friend. She's cool.
In conclusion, what would you do differently if you could go back into the house?
Nothing. I was completely myself from the start to the finish. And it got me to week 8. And I'll hate to have been any different, and then people would be questioning me, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's not really who I am. You know, I think people have seen. And some people like it, some people don't like it. And I appreciate the people who don't like it, and I appreciate people who like it. All are welcome.
We want you to send a message to someone in the house. Who would you be sending a message to, and what will your message be?
It'll be to Wani, obviously, just to be like, keep going, stay strong, that you got this.
Finally, who are you rooting for to win the show?
I think everybody knows the answer to that. But yeah, it's Wani to win the show. Or they should keep the money, nobody else should win.
Thank you so much for being here today, Shaun. We wish you all the best going forward, and we cannot wait to see what's in store for you.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you for having me.